I'm not talking about MMA now, I'm talking about football, and specifically Chelsea, because that's the only team I really care about too much. We are currently in a 2-match losing streak against Manchester City and Juventus. And the tale is being told around everywhere. The vibe is that Chelsea are about crashing down. Tuchel's going to get sacked. All these massive ramifications because we've lost 2 games this season. I don't understand any of that. It's weird to me. Obviously, the last 2 performances were underwhelming. Like, I understand that. We didn't play well. But it's exactly what it was. We didn't play well. It wasn't that... Actually, to be fair, the Man City game, that was... they played amazingly and looked unbeatable. Actually, no. Scratch that. They didn't look unbeatable. They looked really good, but they looked beatable. When we started to take more risks and opened the game up, we had chances to score. They had chances to score as well, but it looked like a good game, especially towards the end when we were pushing for that goal. I don't know why there's people are just crying and acting like we're in a crisis right now. We're not. It's fine. Obviously, I think after those 2 performances, some minor changes are going to be sorted out. That's natural. You're not going to wait until you get relegated at the end of the season and go, we should have changed. You change, you learn from those mistakes and go through that. But the change isn't like a change of management or changing back to a 4-back or whatever. I trust Tuchel, or Tuchel, whatever, however you want to say his name. I really should learn how to say names properly and just not go like, however we want to say. Thomas. Not Thomas. There could be Thomas. I'm rambling on too much. Back to the subject. I forgot what I was going. We just won the Champions League with our 3-4-3. We started the season unbeaten and looking dominant and should have won all the games except for that Liverpool game, which was a fucking robbery. With that 3-4-3, with the same players, adding on Lukaku, we don't need to make major changes. The 3-5-2, it didn't work. But before everyone goes like, it's defensive, everyone knew that wasn't gonna work. When that City game team sheet came out, everybody in the comments was celebrating the 2 main changes. The having a Timo and Lukaku partnership up top, which I still believe in. I still think that no matter if Lukaku comes deeper and receives the ball, or if he stays pinned back to the defender, it's going to allow chances for Timo to run through, or for him to get the ball out wide and burst down to the byline and cross it in. Like, I still think Timo and Lukaku are going to work very well together. So yeah, that was what everyone was celebrating. And the other thing that everyone was celebrating was that midfield 3 of Kovacic, Georgie, and Kante. Because Kovacic has started this season amazingly, near perfectly, near flawlessly. And I mean, NG's NG. Angola is going to be amazing regardless of that. And then Jorginho, again, he's always going to be super, super, super exceptional. But yeah, everyone was happy with that. I thought in my head, like, boom, that's going to be good. It's going to provide us more defensive cover against Manchester City, who seem like they're averaging about 10 goals a game. It's going to give that chance, and then when we can push forward, you've got N'Golo and Kovacic to push forward and use their skills of driving with the ball or playmaking and pushing it forward to the attackers. Everyone thought that was a good idea, and I'm sure Tuchel did as well. But guess what? It didn't work. Crisis. Made a mistake. Crisis. No, it's fine. You learn from that mistake. Against Juventus, we returned back to the 3-4-3, and just didn't work. Like, we just had another bad day. It's not like we're in a crisis. It's not like we're in a massive slump. We lost 2 games against 2 of the best and biggest clubs in the entire world. It's fine. Calm down, everyone. Calm down. In terms of the smaller changes that will happen, obviously the first one is just team selection personnel. I think it's gonna, I think, at least give chances to more fringe players. The 2 ones that I'm most excited for and hopeful for, Loftus-Cheek coming back to Maurizio Sarri days when my other person was HudsonOdoi. Both of those guys under Maurizio Sarri were world beaters. It was them 2 and Hazard. In my mind, if they started, they would have won the match. And guess what? They did. We did. That was sick. So, and Loftus-Cheek has, I thought after his Fulham loan that the writing was on the walls for him. He's come back and shown that he can be what he was before that injury, and I'm very excited and want him to keep on pushing forward with that momentum. So for him being able to play there, I'm good, and I really want him to be given a chance inside this team. Callum Hudson-Odoi, again, same thing, he can be a world beater. Please, oh please, start him in attack. I understand that, I guess the main reason for him playing at wing back was because of the difficulties to get into the starting lineup. Because attackers, we have Lukaku, we have Timo, we have Mason, we have Ziyech, we have Kai, we have Christian, like all those guys. You can't, on paper, you put HudsonOdoi quite low on those guys there in general. So there's more chances to start at right wing back because you've got Reece James and maybe Aspi, because if he doesn't start at centre back. So having him there, that was his opportunity. But when you look at Callum Hudson-Odoi, what are his best qualities? Getting the ball at his feet and running and driving and beating defenders, finishing and crossing. That sounds like a winger to me. Watching him, he gets away with a lot. Like, he's not a good defender in terms of, compared to Reece James and Aspi, he's not a good defender. He gets away with it, I think, a lot with his pace, because he's caught out of position a lot. He's pushed up too high, and then he can run back and he can beat players purely on pace to get back and help out on the defensive end. That's why he's getting lucky, and doing all right wing back. Please start him at right wing. I think or like the more number 10 attacking kind of role in the front line. I should say that. It's Ziyech had a great preseason. Great first game against Villarreal, but then he got hurt. I hope this doesn't really annoy you, the sounds. They had Villarreal, and since that injury, he hasn't been amazing yet. Kai Havertz is, I'm gonna go out on a limb. He's good. He ain't great. He's not, like, a lot of people, I remember saying that he's going to be getting a Ballon d'Or. So in the future, I don't think he's ever going to be close to that level. I want him to prove me wrong, but I don't see him that highly of a player. Mason Mount, when he's fit, he should start. Timo Werner, not sure if he starts in our best 11 yet, but he should be given chances to be able to prove himself in that. And then Christian, when he gets back to fitness, should be alright. This is going really rambly, and I don't even remember what my topic is now. But Chelsea are not in a crisis. small changes will be made, as in selection and maybe a couple tactical things that realistically none of us can truly understand that well. But calm down and relax. Against Southampton, I am very confident that we will be able to bounce back, and then we will continue to hunt down the Premier League title, which we're 1 point off the top of the table, just saying. No crisis. Form de facto.